Hello students, welcome to Smart World School of Complete Education. Let's now read chapter number 7, Swaraj, First Conquest. It is no doubt true that Shivaji and his comrades took the oath of Swaraj in the temple of Raireshwar, but it was a very difficult task. In those days, Maharashtra was governed by four different powers: the Mughal Emperor of Delhi, Sultan Adil Shah of Bijapur, Sultan the Portuguese of Goa, and the Siddhi of Janjira. They were powerful opponents, firm in their authority. No one would dare utter a word against them. Under these difficult conditions, Shivaji had taken the oath of Swaraj. There was no comparison between the vast forces of the enemy and a handful of Shivaji's Mavlas. But Shivaji's mind was made up, and the firm resolve was his greatest source of strength. Torana Fort. Shivaji controlled the Jagar of Pune, Supe, Chakan, and Indapur. All the forts in the Jagar were, however, in charge of officers from the court of Bijapur. He who controlled the forts also controlled the surrounding territory, and therefore all talk of Swaraj without the control of the fort was meaningless. A hill fort gave strategic support to its ruler, and Shivaji decided to capture one at a suitable time. For this purpose, he had selected the fort of Torana. It stands to the southwest of Pune in the Kannada Valley. It was a renowned fort well suited for defense. There were two strong machis on the way to the fort. A machi is a fortification of natural plateau formed on the slope of hill. One of the machis was the Zunjar Machi, and the other was Budla Machi. Zunjar Machi, like its name, could offer powerful defense against the enemy. The only access to the fort was across the Zunjar Machi. It is a very difficult passage with high hills on one side and deep valleys on the other. A careless person may easily lose his balance and end his life in the deep valley. Torana was considered one of the strong forts of Maharashtra. In the fort, there is a temple of goddess Toranjai. That is why the fort is called Torana. Strangely enough, this powerful fort was neglected by Adil Shah. There were neither enough troops for its defense nor enough ammunition. Shivaji knew this, and this was exactly what he wanted. He decided to capture the fort and thus lay the foundation of Hindvi Swaraj. The drums of Swaraj began to sound. With a few select bands of Mavla, Shivaji descended into the Kannada Valley. Swift-footed like the deer and lion-hearted in courage, they raced to the top and captured the strategic positions in the fort. Tanaji Malusare hoisted the Maratha flag at the main entrance. Yesaji Kank, a trustworthy and loyal companion of Shivaji, posted his guards at important points. The fort was captured almost without any resistance, and the sky was filled out with shouts of Shivaji Maharaj Ki Jai. The first battle drums and pipes of Hindvi Swaraj had sounded, and their echo reverberated throughout the valley. Shivaji named this fort Prachangarh. Blessings of Goddess Bhavani. Fort Torana then came under Shivaji's administration. He made a very careful survey of it and appointed officers such as Maratha Killedar, a Brahmin Sabnis, and a Prabhu Karkhanis. The garrison included Mavlas, Kolis, Ramoshis, Mahars, and such brave men from many other castes and communities. In Swaraj, all castes and communities were to be treated alike and no distinctions made on the basis of caste. As repair to the fort started, a surprise awaited the people. They discovered 4 metal pots filled to the brim and mohurs. The workers were overjoyed. They said that this was a gift to Shivaji from the goddess Bhavani, who had blessed his efforts. All the money discovered was brought to Shivaji. No one thought of taking anything from it for himself. After all, it was the wealth of Swaraj. Shivaji felt greatly elated at the unexpected gift which would enable him to pursue his ideal of Swaraj with added vigor. He felt that he was working under the benevolent eye of goddess Bhavani. Shivaji utilized part of the treasure found in the fort to purchase arms ammunition. The rest he decided to use for another project which was already in his mind. About 15 kilometers to the east of Torana is the hill of Murumbudev. Shivaji had his eye on it for a long time. The hill was steep and difficult of access and therefore of great strategic importance. Adil Shah had actually started constructing a fort on this hill, but had left it unfinished. This hill also was not well guarded, and Shivaji decided to capture it, the first capital of Swaraj. One day, Shivaji climbed up the hill with a select band of his followers and took possession, partially of the partially completed fort. The money found on Torana was used to complete the fortifications of Murumdeo. Shivaji named this fort Rajgarh. Stone masons, carpenters, blacksmiths, water carriers, and other workers, all the people got busy. They built the Raj Mahal, Bara Mahal, and 18 workshops. Raigad became the first capital of Swaraj. Shivaji's rapid progress. From then onward, Shivaji moved swiftly and captured one fort after another in Mawal. The whole country, known as Bara Mawal, the 12 Mavlas, was overflowing with joy and excitement. The Patil and Deshmukhs from many villages came and swore allegiance to Shivaji, but Mawal had its own share of blacklegs, who were ever ready to put a spoke in the fast moving wheel of Swaraj. Jealous of Shivaji's success, they complained to the Adil Shahi collector of Shirwal. The collector dispatched messengers to Bijapur and informed Adil Shah of Shivaji's rapid progress. Shivaji, the shrewd politician. Adil Shah was almost surprised to get the news. He asked Shahji Raje for an explanation. Shahji Raje got himself out of, of this difficult situation by telling the Sultan that Shivaji Raje had probably taken over the fort for a better administration of the Jagir. Shivaji also sent this message to the Sultan: I have taken possession of the fort for better administration of the countryside. We did this only in the interest of Sultan. There was no evil design at the back of this action. The two forts of Kondana and Purandar too had strategic locations. Shivaji used his political skill and took control of both forts. The next fort to come under his sway was Rohida. This was fast work indeed, and there was nothing to stop Shivaji now. Let's look at the exercises. First, fill in the blanks. A. Shivaji controlled the Jagir of Pune, Supe, Chakan, and Dash. The options are Indapur, Saswad, Velhe. B. Shivaji decided to capture the fort of Dash and lay foundation of Hindvi Swaraj. The options are Sinhgarh, Shivneri, Torana. C. Dash became the first capital of Swaraj. The options are Rajgarh, Raigad, Pratapgarh. Second, write the answer in one sentence. A. Which four difficult powers governed Maharashtra in those days? B. What officers were appointed by Shivaji on the fort of Torana? C. What message did Shivaji send to Adil Shah? Third, give reasons. A. Shivaji selected fort of Torana to lay the foundation of Swaraj. B. The workers brought the pots of mohars discovered on the fort of Torana to Shivaji. Activity. Arrange a trip to the nearest forest with the help of your teachers. Thank you so much.